Hi there guys and gals, it's Brad with Engadget, and we are showing off the Windows Phone Mango build today. Yes, that is true, we got a preview build of the Mango. It's not coming out until the holiday season, so this is a great opportunity for us to get a deep look at some of these different features. Now, when I say some of these features, well, frankly, I can't show all of them off because Microsoft promised over 500 different features in Mango. That's a lot to cover. And you know, I might be exciting for 5 to 10 minutes, but there's no way I could go on that long without just making everybody fall asleep. So we're not even going to try that. I know my limits, and so we're just going to focus on some of the major features in Mango. Some of those that you're going to make you go, wow, that's not the same Windows Phone that I've seen. Which is true. Now it looks like it's the same Windows Phone that you've seen before. It's the same Metro user interface. However, when we start taking this deeper look in, you're going to notice a lot cooler things that you can do with it than what you could do with the Nodo or the original build that came out last holiday season. For example, the Windows Phone Mango build will be able to have social interaction, or social integration rather, with Twitter and Facebook. So you're going to be able to take all of your Facebook and Twitter and integrate it into your chats, into your contacts, and it's actually a really neat thing. We're going to get more into depth on that too. Also, we have multitasking, where you just hit the back button and you've got a whole bunch of different cards. These are all screens or programs that we have recently been into. And as third parties start getting a hold of this and integrating it into their applications, we're going to see some great things come out of it. So here we've got just some quick and easy app switching. We also have group messaging, so texting and emailing. And the other great thing about that is just emphasis on the word group, where on Windows Phone now you can actually put all of your phone numbers and contacts and everything into your own customized groups, and that's going to go a long way, I think. Finally, there's also voice turn-by-turn navigation, which we haven't seen before, so that's another great thing to look. Almost every single hub or every app will have some sort of enhancement to it, and you're just going to start seeing some great things happen because of this overhaul here. So let's get right into it. One of the first things we're going to tackle here is the Me Hub, and as you can tell, that is me with the hair, obviously. So let's go in, and we're going to check this out. There's a lot more social integration here. Certainly, the Twitter integration has not shown up yet. The build that we have here was just not equipped to handle the Twitter integration. That's all being tackled on an internal server at the moment, so we can't really get into that yet. However, Microsoft did show us or give us the opportunity to go in and see how the Facebook side of things actually looks. So going in here, we see the profile just to start off with, and it's easy enough to tell what we can do here. Posting a message, check in, not Foursquare, but it is Facebook Places. So something like this may cause you to switch over real quick, if that's the case, if there's no way to integrate Foursquare in there. We haven't seen that yet. Set chat status, so that way I can go in and I can say, nope, I don't want to be on, or yes, let me sit there and chat with all my friends. Now, also, we have notifications, and this is also brand new because this has the Facebook integration as well. So all of that is just different friends and family that have commented or liked posts or sent me fun, wacky things. And then here is also the What's New section that just shows some of my wall, actually. So it's not showing me the full Facebook Facebook feed of all the different status updates and who won at Cityville and whatever, but we'll get more into that in just a minute. So that's the Me tile. Now going through here, there's really not much to it. It's easy enough to go in and add in extra stuff. I can go in and like a certain comment. Okay, so next up, we have the People Hub. Now the People Hub is also significantly different, and for a couple big reasons. The What's New section, that's pretty much all the same. Nothing different to that. However, there's more of a recent section here, so it goes in and shows me all the people that I was looking at or calling or emailing, whatever, people that I was interacting with recently, so I can just go in there. Okay, another huge feature in the People Hub is the fact that we can add in groups now. So you've got the plus button, and instead of just taking you straight into a new contact like the Noto or previous did, now you've also got the option to add in a new group. So let's go in there. And it's easy enough to go in and add or type in your own customized group name and add a contact. Well, we've already done that, so we won't waste time there. So I've got my family, friends, work, and then random. So now here's something interesting about this is, well, number one, I can go in and pin this to my start, but we'll get more into that in just a minute. But also, it will show me, okay, 3 out of 4 members actually have an email address here. So I can just go in and, of course, if I hit the right button, send email. And this will allow me to choose which account I send it from. Now I have 4 different email accounts set up, so I can choose any of these. Sometimes we'd like to see a default setting, but it hasn't been set yet, and we don't know if it's coming to Mango. Okay, so pinning to the start, let's go ahead and do that really quick. And it pops up right there at the bottom, so it gives us easy access. Now I've already got one set up for family, so it shows Facebook profile pictures and status updates and things like that. I can just go in and I can see what's going on with my family. Oh, and one other thing here is with the family, with any group actually, I can go in and I can see just specifically their status updates and comments, and not have to worry about any of these other friends. Like, let's say you've got a high school friend that you just haven't talked to in 10 years. Well, you don't really care as much about their status updates, to be quite honest, as you do some close friends or family. So that's the great thing about this, is you can just go in and set up the specialized group of only the people that you actually, well, I was going to say care about, but that's not right. Just more of a high priority is probably a better way of looking at it. Now, also one thing that you can do with people, let's go back in here, is, let's say we go into random. Now, we can take any of these, random here, it'll show text, or conversation history rather, and then all of their details. So I can just go in and call that person. Oops. And then we can also pin this person to the start. So this is another great thing about Mango, is it's given us a whole lot more interaction with the tiles. It gives us a lot more freedom there. Now let's say we've got one of my friends here. She's already in there. And it's pretty much the same as what you saw with the groups, is I can just go in, take a look at all of her pictures, her conversation history, all of her recent status updates and comments with Facebook. We assume the same thing is going to happen with Twitter as well, so we're kind of excited to see that. So, but that's another nice thing, is if you have a few best friends or your spouse or other specific people that you care more about than anyone else, and you want them to have their own dedicated tile, you can. So that's another wonderful thing to take advantage of. So those are a few things about the People Hub. Now, one of the finest features in Mango, and one of my personal favorites, is the linked inbox. Now, note I did not say universal inbox, because the beauty of it all is that Microsoft made it so we can pick and choose which email accounts we want to link together and put into one tile. Instead of having to worry about a universal inbox, we can just go in. In my case, I have 3 out of my 4 email accounts in this one, because those are really the only ones I check on a regular basis. I can go in and take a look at all of them. Now anytime I go in to set up a new account, then I have to pick one of these accounts. So just like I was mentioning earlier how I kind of wish there was a default, sadly on this one there isn't one, at least not yet. So now one other big thing here is I can go in, let's see here, and I can view the conversation threads now, which is something that we weren't able to do earlier. And then I go in here and I can go through and look through all of them. Look through the entire thread. So that's very, very helpful for me. Also in messaging, just to go through it really, really quick, now we have a few different ones here. So we've got a group chat and then of course some individual ones. Now the beauty here in the messaging is that these are all combined of all sorts of different chat mediums. So for example, I can go in, I can have a Facebook chat with somebody, and then I can also text them and it's going to show up in the same conversation window. So for example, this one here, this one is all Facebook chat. And if I want to, I can just hit the switch button and I can just choose text mobile. I'm still going to do Facebook. And although the nice thing is, it will tell the status of the person that you're chatting with and also your own status. So like for me, I'm not signed in right now. However, if I were, it would say whether this person was online or not. And so that will help me know exactly whether I should be texting them or just sending them a Facebook chat, whichever is the easiest. So it's nice to have those options where I can combine it all into just one continuous thread and not have to worry about keeping it all separate. So those are a few things about Mango, but that's certainly not the end. So we're going to go, we're going to have a few other videos here in this preview that you're going to be able to check out that talk about some of the other big feature changes. So stay tuned with us. Once again, this is Brad with Engadget.